Hello, greetings. Gyal here. Thank you for joining me again for another reading for the week. I do appreciate all of you for sticking by, for supporting, for getting some readings from me, for watching my videos, supporting me by sharing it. I really appreciate that. That's so awesome. Today is a beautiful day. As you see, I'm outside. I just couldn't help it. Want to get some of this sun. But yeah, today I'm going to be using my Dust to Onyx deck by Courtney Alexander. It is one of my favorite decks. A lot of you who have worked with me before knows that this is my deck. This is my baby. I love it so much. It's got these beautiful drawings on them with this gold outlay on the edges. So beautiful. I really love this deck. So I'm going to use my Dust to Onyx deck as well as my Modern Witch Tarot deck by Lisa Sturl. I am enjoying this deck. Like I've said before, the more I use it, the more in love with it I become. And I will also do a tarot reading with my Tarot of the Orisha by Zorek and Durkhan. I have become very familiar with this deck. It is the deck that helped me know that I was pregnant. I use this deck for ancestral readings, for deeper readings, oracle readings. This is a regular tarot deck, but I do use it in the oracle sense. I love my deck. It's so awesome, so authentic. So yeah, let's just get right down to it. What does Spirit have to tell us today? What should we know? I'm gonna go ahead and move my deck out the way. So yes, Ashe to all ancestors known and unknown. Ooh, we've got jumpers too. Thank you for being with us today. Come with open mind, open spirit, open hearts. Deliver to us a beautiful message. What should we know today? What should we remind ourselves? What should we be more aware of? I'm sorry, I'm looking at this tiny little spider who's just crawling. I'm trying to make sure she doesn't crawl on me. Yes. Okay. Spirit. I'm sorry. I just wanted you gone. Okay. Okay, so we have 3 of Staffs, 4 of Boards, and the Hermit. Oh, I think that's so symbolic of what we're going through, right? Okay, so 3 of Staffs. Ooh, wind. Don't be disrespectful now. Come on now. Don't be disrespectful. Okay, so we've got 3 of Staffs, all that passion. There is passion and creativity that is becoming balanced right now, and I love that. And that's possibly due to the fact that we are forced to be inside, we're forced to stay still, and we're forced to look within, so that way we can become more at ease with everything that comes to mind, everything that comes to heart, right? You see this man, he is in a downward position with the staff surrounding him in this equilateral triangle balance. Right? There's a time to be social. There's time to be more communicative. There's time to be much more sharing and generous with our creativity. We do better. We do great alone, but we do better in numbers. And then it leads us to our 4 of Gourds. 4 of Gourds, there is peace with emotion. There is peace with not creativity, with with communication, with intimacy, with relationships. Right now we are at a nice balance. I don't know if also the quarantine has forced us to talk more to each other, but here we are. That 4 of Gourds offers that water feeling. We did just leave a full moon in Scorpio. So that was the time to do magic. That was the time to really get in touch with our shadow selves, our emotional sides, the sides that we tend to put in the dark and keep in the dark because the world has told us how we should conduct ourselves out in public and out with other people. And we should really be open with our emotions. We shouldn't have to apologize or feel obligated to keep that in. So now we've done a good job of coming to ease with that, coming to peace with that, coming into the hermit. Not being afraid to be by yourself, not being afraid to look within. The hermit is a Virgo card. This is a strong Virgo energy, that energy of self. This man you see has an amethyst on his third eye, which is showing that he is more in tune with his intuition, with his being in his own head. Really, like some people say get out of your head, but sometimes you need to be there. Sometimes that helps. Looking within helps how we maneuver on the outward side of ourselves, right? And then we had our jumper, Mama Staff. Mama Staff, she is the mother of creativity. She is the mother of honing in on all that passion, and she just wants to release it, but she knows how to release it to those who are willing to learn. You know, she's the teacher. She likes to teach her people, everyone who's surrounding her, how to hone in on that love of what they do, that passion. So Mama Staff is here to remind us to be in charge, be ready to risk all that passion. Like that this is a root chakra card. This is her embellished in all of her red and gold. You know, she's very grounded from the root, and she knows when and where to project her the storm of her passions. You know, I like this reading. I like this pull. You know, it's definitely showing us that we're at a good stage in our lives. You know, we might be forced into the situation. We might be forced to be by ourselves and, you know, not really see everyone and do everything that we've wanted to do for the summer or for the beginning of the summer or whatever, however long this lasts. But it does show that we have definitely made some progress in being balanced within ourselves and being balanced in communication with others. So Mama Staff is just really just reminding us to, in this moment in time, ancestors telling us in this moment in time, reminding us to don't lose that creativity, don't lose that push, that ambition, that motivation. Just keep on trucking and lead by example, and be able to extend knowledge, right? Extend knowledge of self. And then what does Spirit want us to know with our Modern Witch Tarot deck? What should we know? What should we know? What's up? Spirit, what's going on? And I do love the readings that I've been getting from this. Like, even if it's a negative aspect, it's always like some form of positive outlook learned. Like, just, you know, a positive reminder from Spirit to just keep pushing forward. It reminds me of Meet the Robinsons, that Pixar movie that says, keep pushing on, or keep pushing forward, keep forward, or something forward. But y'all get it. Keep pushing on, keep trucking. Like, this is only the beginning. Like, this, our regular normal is no longer a thing anymore. Like, it's really just all change, all different perspectives, different lessons to learn. This is a whole different generation now. Like, the children who come out of this coronavirus are going to be the Rona children, like the Rona generation. Like, forget Generation X, Generation A, B, C, or D. Like, this is literally Generation Rona. No, not Generation Rona. My card. Y'all, my card flew away. My Orisha deck. It's no good. Oh, Lord. Okay, thank you. Goodness gracious. I don't have enough air energy in my natal chart to tell the wind to please just chill out. The wind's like, I'm already chill. That's what I do. You're the one going against it, Avery. Okay. So we've got the Hanged One, aka the Hanged Man. We've got Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay. And the World in reverse. Now the Hanged One is kind of like how I see it, very similar to the Fool. They're very much, able to just chill out, relax, let things go with the flow. But the difference between the Hanged One and the Fool is that the Fool is risking the inevitable, the unknown, and the Hanged One is going with the flow for reasons of needing to just just allow the body to just fall into place. The hanged man is that card of just being relaxed, not forcing the situation. Whatever may come, and I know that it'll benefit me. I like that this design with the crown being illuminated while hanging, and it's almost like if you stop forcing the situation, you allow your brain to just be to be free. Some of us can't turn our brains off, so I mean it happens, but it's still like if you can control the situation, try not to control it. Like, just let it be. And then the Ace of Swords coming in, you are used to being that person who is always just independent. This is strong, independent air energy. This energy is just very it's me against the world. The world against me. The world doesn't understand me, so I'm used to always having my defenses up. Well, it's showing right now that maybe you're putting them down. Maybe you're allowing the world to really see the true you. It's not just you fighting. There's a bigger picture to everything. And I love, my bad, pollen. I love that it was followed with the World in reverse. Okay, so when you limit yourself to opportunities and blessings, you limit yourself to having the world provided for you, having everything, all these doors that'll open to you being provided to you by the outside influences, or whatever you want your growth to be. If you're too busy limiting yourself and blocking yourself against others or energies that can help you grow and root yourself, then everything else that follows becomes stagnated as well, becomes a little tarnished, and that's no fun. So I like that spirit message. And then I'm going to use my Orisha tarot deck. Now, this is my baby. I literally had stopped doing readings with my Orisha tarot deck in public because I had become so attached to them for just me and my own selfish purposes. But Spirit said, use this today. Do it. I got something to say. Okay. Let's do one more good time. Orisha. Tarot of the Orisha. So we've got 3 of Earth in reverse. This is how it looks right side up. You see your giraffes feeding each other, feeding off of the trees. What is it? There's like a stream behind them, the sun, everything, but it did come up in reverse. And then we've got the Baba Orisha, which means the teacher Orisha, the head Orisha, the crown. And then we've got 5 of Earth. And the drawing might be a little iffy, but you can see a goat, and he's falling into the volcano, and there was a reason for that. So it's not just so weird that they drew it that way. But you've got your 3 of Earth. So 3 of Earth is that representation of that balance of funds, that balance of material things. You are secure in food, you are secure in wealth, you are secure in knowledge, you're secure in clothing, a place to live. Everything that you need is here with you and your family, and you are good. But upside down, it's showing that there is still a little bit of a paranoia, like you could lose all of this at any point that you want. Not any point that you want, sorry, you don't want that. Any point that in your life, you could lose it. However, it hasn't made itself apparent yet. So don't fret over energies that aren't even really real right now, you know? The Baba Orisha is the teacher, the one who is educating the crown, the one who's willing to use magic, use conjure to really stay one step ahead of the game. You know, the Baba Orisha is the wise one, the one that, I guess in a way, witch doctor, or, you know, a mambo, but it's that energy of being a leader, really, that leader wisdom. If we're going to be leaders, we've got to humble ourselves to be taught, right? And in order to be a good teacher, you had to have been a good student, and you have to know how to keep the balance even within the execution of teaching. You still got to be willing to learn, and learn from spirit as well. Our spirit guides, our ancestors are here, continue to be here. I'm sorry, there's an ant. He's really trying to crawl up my pants. The ancestors, spirit guides, are here to make sure that we have a good life on this plane, because we actually help them have a good life on the plane they're on also. They can see things that we can't, and they can try and be there for us as much as possible to make sure that our karmic line continues to be clean, you know, and you want their karmic line to continue to be clean. So these are also our teachers, you know, they're teaching us how to change ways they couldn't change, or how to be better at something they couldn't be better at, because we always want the next generation to be better. So you have to lead by example. And then this 5 of earth. So this goat falling into the volcano, as you know, this is an earth energy, and it recognizes Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. The goat represents Capricorn going into the fiery depths of Virgo, Virgo being fire of earth. It is that volcano, that inevitable burn at the ends. The Capricorn energy is the I can energy, that energy of utilizing all of what you've got to get to where you need to go, and then taking the leap. And a goat, they climb everything. They climb mountains, hills, trees, you know, they climb, and no one ever sees them climb, but you always look at a goat and think they can't do that, but then they can, and they end up doing it. But it's utilizing everything that you have and getting to the top of that mountain, and then sometimes you have to take the risk and jump into it to see what beauty lies in it. Now, I'm not necessarily saying go and jump in a volcano, because it's not necessarily beautiful down there. That's terrifying. But but in a spiritual sense, symbolic sense, it is, you're taking a dive into that passion, that thing that is going to uncomfortably change you for the better, you know. Spirit always wants us to remember to take risks. It's always a risk to live your best life, because when you're surrounded by a people and a society that tell you how to live your best life, you feel like you're going against the norm, when really you're going against the norm by listening to other people tell you how to live your life. Like, you always want to live your best life with a sense of purpose, a sense of, whatever risk I take, it is totally worth it, you know? So that was the reading for the day. I'm gonna leave y'all to it. Thank you so much for being here. Keep in tune. Every Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays will be regular general reading and spiritual forecasting, and every Tuesdays and Thursdays will be tarots of the day. So they'll be a little bit shorter, but you know, I'm working to it, making these a little bit longer, a little more fun, and something to keep your vibes high while we're all stuck inside. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. Ashe. Ashe to your ancestors' mind, known and unknown. Thank you for being here. Spirit led you here for a reason. I love you guys. Ashe.